Hi, this is Ambi from Board Game Blitz, and you might know that I love escape rooms and escape room board games and puzzle books and puzzle games. And I've talked about a lot of those before, but one thing I haven't talked as much about is puzzle books. I have played a few of those, like Journal 29, Book of Rituals, which I got a review copy of and really enjoyed, but I still get uncomfortable writing in books. So although I love the idea of puzzle books, it's hard for me to write books. But I also have a printer, and you might also know I like free things. So I found a bunch of puzzle books that are free that you can print out, and then it's fine to write in them because you're printing on paper. It's not a book. It's like writing on paper. So here are 5 great puzzle books that are free to print and play. These are all available as PDFs that you can print out or solve on your computer. I usually prefer printing them out because I like physical things. The first one is kind of an honorable mention and doesn't count as part of the 5 because I have 6 puzzle books actually. This is Lock. I actually talked about this on the podcast before and I didn't actually print it out. I solved it on the computer. But Lock is available pay what you want on itch.io. It's also available as a physical book, which I haven't played, but I think I would prefer playing the physical version to the PDF. There's also a Lock digital version, which is a video game version. But in the game, you're trying to black out all of the words. There's like crossword type looking things with squares with letters in them or blanks. And you're trying to find certain keywords that do certain powers. This is all secret. It's like rules discovery. So the first keyword is lock, L-O-K. They're all made up words. And then you black out those words and then it has a power. And you're trying to black out the whole grid. So it's kind of like a word search with special powers and discovering new rules as the book goes on and lots of secrets. I really enjoyed it. There's lots of discovery of new things that are exciting. And there's also the digital version, which I played recently over on my other YouTube channel, Ambi Puzzles. And that has a slightly different feel from the book since you're discovering things on your own in the book and the digital version has like rules checking for you. But you can play both. They have different puzzles in them and different secrets. I am kind of a fan of the creator of Lock. I've played a lot of their games. I've played All Is Bomb, which I have a playthrough on this channel. They also have another puzzle book, Abdeck, which is not free. And they're continually making new puzzle books. So I like all their stuff. But Lock is available as a free PDF. And you should definitely check it out. Alright, so the actual first one on my list is 12 word searches, which was partly inspired by Lock. So I usually don't like word searches, but I really enjoyed 12 word searches. This is a puzzle book with 12 word searches in them. But it's not just normal word searches. You're going through discovering secrets as you play. The printout looks like there's a bunch of ink spilled over it, and so things are covered up. You don't see all of the letters, and then you're wondering, okay, so what is here? You're trying to fill in the blanks by solving the word searches. Things are connected and you figure stuff out, and I don't want to spoil too much, so I'm just trying to be vague, but I really enjoyed 12 word searches, and I don't like word searches. So I think that's saying something. And the next up is Letter Coins, which is another game that's similar to 12 word searches. They're just building on each other. But I think this was inspired by 12 word searches and maybe Lock 2. In Letter Coins, the printout looks like a bunch of coins. They have heads or tails and they each have letters on them. And so there's a bunch of pages of this grid of coins and you're trying to find words in that grid of coins. Similar to 12 word searches, it has ink splattered over it. So some things you can't see and you're going to have to fill that in. And you're discovering the rules as you go along and go through the pages. I think this one was shorter than 12 word searches for me. Compared to Lock, they're both short. But it had some good aha moments where you're figuring out the rules of the game that you're playing, and I enjoyed that one too. So if you enjoy 12 word searches, you'll probably enjoy Letter Coins and vice versa. Next up is Puzzle Thief, which is another puzzle book inspired by Lock, but this goes in a different direction from the words. This is more of a grid puzzle game. So in the game, you're a puzzle thief trying to rob dungeons. There's lots of grids with dungeon tiles and gems and stuff on each square. And then you're trying to complete the rules by drawing in on the grid. Similar to the previous puzzle books I've mentioned, there are not very many rules and you're just discovering the rules on your own. So if you like rules discovery and trying to figure out what's going on just by having one solution and you have to do multiple puzzles and try to look back and see if that all makes sense, then I enjoyed Puzzle Thief. It was a shorter one, it had a cute theme, and it wasn't too hard for me. But there are some that were too hard for me that didn't make the list. But I'm going to talk about them here because they are also rules discovery puzzle books that don't have much instructions. So there's Bobogram, FMTC, and House. I didn't get very far in any of them, but I think Bobogram and FMTC are more similar to grid logic puzzles, like with, those line drawing ones or like filling in black or white squares and stuff. And then House is something about finding a word on each puzzle. But I didn't get anywhere with House. And Bobogram and FMTC, I don't know what the rules are. I thought things would work and then they didn't work. So those are other rules discovery puzzle books that I've heard things about. And if you're very into rules discovery puzzle books, you might enjoy those. All right, on to my next one. I think this is the fourth one. CERT is a puzzle book. This is more of a puzzle adventure book. So it has a story that goes with it. So you're reading a story and then also solving puzzles. And it's kind of like a choose your own adventure puzzle book story. Well, it's not really choose your own adventure, but you're skipping around in the book. So you read a story and then you're solving a puzzle, and the puzzles are more like spatial puzzles. There's like grid of letters and you're covering them up with Tetris type pieces, polyomino pieces. And then each puzzle gives you a word answer, and there's an index at the back where you look up the word and then it tells you what page to go to. So I enjoyed that one as well, but it has a different feel than the straight up rules discovery puzzle ones, because so in this puzzle adventure book. And I just was reading the comments on that page, and apparently Locke and Abdeck also inspired this one. So really, Locke was inspiration for a lot of these books. All right, last up, I'm going to switch tracks because you might not want any rules discovery at all in your puzzle books. You might just want self-contained puzzles that each have the rules to them. So this one is Sunome, a sampling of puzzles. So Sunome is a new logic puzzle type that was made up by Adam Bontrager, and he's made a lot of different Sunome puzzle books and also other types of puzzles. But basically, it's a combination of a maze and a logic grid. So in the basic two-dimensional one, there's a grid with dots in the corners and then numbers on the rows and columns showing how many lines are connecting those dots. And so you're basically putting in the walls of the maze, and then you have to get from the start to the end. And there's only one answer, and you have to match it. So if it says there's one line in this row, then there's only one line in that row and the other ones are open. All of the rules are explained. So this is similar to a puzzle book full of Sudokus or something. There's going to be a bunch of the same type of puzzle. But in this, it's a free sample of his other puzzle books. So it has some of the regular 2D ones. It has some 3D ones. It has some other ones called Cart Doodles and Skyways. So those are other types of puzzles that he's made. So he has other puzzle books for sale, but this is a free sample. And it has 30 puzzles in it. So it's pretty decently sized and worth it for free. I think there are also a lot of other paper logic puzzles available online and some printables. And there are a lot of sheets available for free, but I haven't found a lot of specific books of those that are free. But let me know if you have any other free logic puzzle books that you would recommend, because I want to print out more and do them, because I like printing them out and doing them when I'm watching my kids. They can be doing their stuff and I'll be doing a puzzle book. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you do like puzzle stuff and puzzle video games, then I have another channel, Ambi Puzzles, where I play puzzle video games. I stream them over on my Twitch channel and then I put them on YouTube. But yeah, I play games that are somewhat similar to these puzzle books, but video games. But if you haven't played any of these puzzle games and you have a printer or feel like doing them on your computer on PDF, then you should definitely try them out. They're free and they're lots of fun if you like logic puzzles or rule discovery. So hope you enjoy them. Thanks for watching Board Game Blitz. Bye.